Welcome back Beyond the Veil, you guys. It's Adina, and I am grateful for you all being here. I want to say that I send gratitude and appreciation to the universe, to God, to the heavens, for all 468 of you being my subscribers, and for all of you who are viewing this video. I pray that as you hear the sound of my voice, that you receive divine love, God's love. May you be hugged, kissed, loved, and embraced by God today, or your divine mother and father spirits, your ancestors. I send all of whatever loving, high vibrational, loving energy I have left in me today. I send it out to you, and I pray that it fall on fertile grounds and that you guys are open to receiving love, even if from a stranger. And I don't consider myself a stranger to you because you guys are my blessed babies. And how can we be strange with each other when we've been busting it, baby, and with each other for all these days and months and readings? So anyways, Aliko Dangote. Now, if I'm saying his last name wrong, Dangote, Dangote, Dangote. That is Aliko. He is the richest African, the richest black man in the entire world, according to reports. And he is opening up an oil refinery factory worth 19 billion in Nigeria. Now, this is big because we all know that Nigeria gets their oil from other people who take it from Africa, sell it back to them. I have had African leaders on my upcoming reading list for maybe a month now. I had Meghan Markle on there, and I kept pushing her off because I was like, what the fuck am I going to read her for? And then all the stuff with the royal family came out, and I had to jump on the bandwagon and then do a reading on them after the fact when I could have been ahead of the curve. But anyways, and I had African leaders on my list, I probably would have saw that we were about to have a first oil production manufacturing place. I don't know what the real word for it is. I think it's refinery in Nigeria. I probably would have saw that too, and maybe not have even known what I was seeing. So, lesson learned to me, when I create a list, when something is on my heart or my spirit, or even just pops up in my mind to read, just read that shit, Dina. Because you regret it in the end when I let my logical mind tell me, now why the fuck am I reading that? And then I find out. I be so tapped in that I see things ahead of time. And I know that's a psychic thing to do, to see the future, but I still struggle with self-doubt in a lot of ways, ingrained in me, not just spiritual wise. I mean, I second guess myself in everything. Always have, always will, until I learn how to stand in my own paint and be confident in it and reinforce my own self, because I've never had a lot of positive affirmations and reinforcements come to me from outside sources. It was always things that was intended to make me feel low or humbled. So when I learn to stand in my paint, then I won't second guess myself on so many things and then miss so many opportunities to be great because I doubt myself and doubt my voice. It still happens for me, guys. So anyways, I'm going to read Aliko Dangote. Now, I'm sure that my African accent is butchered, even though I am an African gal over here in America. And I'm sure that is not how you pronounce his name. I'm going to call him Aliko because it's Aliko. And I can't mispronounce that. And if I do, look it up, guys. You know who I'm talking about. I just saw this article today. I just heard of this man today for the first time. Maybe 2.5 hours ago. And I decided to do this reading. So with that being said, please grant me some grace on me butchering his name, the accent. I am very, very, very pro-Africa. I am pro healing of the diaspora. I am not ADOS, and I feel like Africans on the continent are not our family. I don't feel that way. I have a huge family on both sides of my family. Hundreds and hundreds of us. Immediate family, close family. And so I don't believe that just because I didn't see you all the time, we didn't talk all the time, we're not family. I don't look at things that way. So Africa, you are my sister. You are my mother. You are my brothers, my sisters, my cousins. I love you. And I do not see us as separate. I see us as the same. One of our parents just moved away after, they not moved away willingly, but they left mama's house. And unfortunately, they never returned. And because they left mama's house under duress and kidnapping and trauma, we were never able to reconcile with our family back home. Because we thought, why didn't y'all love us enough to fight for us or protect us? But that is healing that we're going to have to do on our own. So I do not hold Africa in any contempt. And I hope that Africans don't look at me and see an other and not see your sister. Aliko. And I say it that way because I say, oh, Aliko, Aliko. I call up the spirit of Aliko. Dangote, dango, danga, Aliko. Somebody help me. I want to know how to pronounce it the right way. Aliko. My ancestors, please help me not butcher this man's name and insult the African ancestors who will look at me like Aliko. I call up the spirit, the soul of the richest black man, the richest African man in the whole wide world. So they say, Aliko. He who is deciding to start manufacturing or producing oil in Africa and keeping it in Africa, not producing for them, having them sell it back to us, although I don't know if that's the plan. I did not do too much research on this, Aliko. 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 They say, daughter, get your bell. Be back, guys. Now, what I have in my hand, now that I have returned, excuse me if this is giving a very bad African accent. Shit. 1 second, guys, again. All right, now I got everything. What I have in my hand is an incense sticks. 3. Now, I only went to get my bell. But while I was in there, I got a few other things that I felt it imperative for me to get. Incense. One is good health, because I would like to promote healing amongst the diaspora, motherland, Caribbean, all of us that were spread throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Good health to promote healing and unity amongst us. Om, because that is the God frequency. And I would like for God, the Most High, Mother and Father God, to be in the midst of us while we do this reading. The other one, good health, Om, unblock. Because any energies that are going to try to impede on me getting this information in this reading, I would like for them to be moved. And I would like to unblock and remove any blockages and obstacles that are keeping the diaspora from uniting with each other, mental blockages, spiritual blockages, physical blockages. These three, because three is a trinity, three is the unity. I light in honor of unity amongst the diaspora. Love and unity. We are family. And I love you. Whether you love me back or not, Mother Earth, Africans, continental Africans, I love you. Whether you love me or not. An ignorant, uneducated black woman, because that's what some of y'all say, not all of y'all. I love you. I don't care what conditioning I've been under. I love you. I love you. In Africa, I love you. Black Americans, I love you. Jamaicans, Haitians, even you Dominicans that don't like to embrace yourselves because you was a swim away from Haiti. I love you. To all the Caribbean, the islands, and all in London, it's a lot of us in London. I love you. No matter where you are on this earth, we are family, and I love you. And there's nobody that can make me hate you. There's nothing or no one that will make me look at you like you are not in the image of God. And I pray that we find unity with each other and light this motherfucking world on fire. Because that's what they're afraid of. All right. Aliko. 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 All right. What I also have is a cola nut, which I will Florida water, and I will go after this reading is done. After this reading is done, I'm just smudging it through the smoke. And I will bury it in my backyard under my orange tree or near my orange tree, in remembrance of my African ancestors specifically. And now I will ring the bell and call up Aliko. 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 I conjure up Most High Mother and Father and God, all of my ancestors. Please allow me to see the soul, the spirit of Aliko, Dangote, the rich African billionaire who is opening up an oil refinery in Nigeria. Aliko. 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 He says, who does this summon me? Who does this summon me? Aliko. Aliko. 'Tis I who summoned you. Adina, daughter of the blue flame. Yes, I am. I hear. What is it that you want with me? Y'all, this is my poor accent, but I've come to talk to you about the new $19 billion oil refinery. He says it was more than $19 billion. I would like to talk to you about the oil refinery that you just opened up or are planning to open up in Nigeria. Why? Are you bringing independence to the continent finally? Or are there foreign interests who will benefit more greatly than those in Nigeria? Aliko, speak to me from your soul. If you have one, you're here, you have a soul. You are not above having a soul. Come down, Aliko. Come down from there and speak to me on the ground. And he descends from his tree, a palm tree, and stands in front of me face to face. Never before have I read A Richest Man in the World except for Bill Gates, but something tells me he ain't like that. Aliko sits high in a tree and had to come down to speak to me, because I don't look up to anyone, any man, to speak. Talk to me, Aliko, in your truth, whether you want to or not. I unblock any spirits, principalities, and powers in high places that have interest in concealing and hiding anything that you may want to say in regards to your new $19 billion+ endeavor in Nigeria. I renounce and rebuke any power or principality that stands in my way, and I render you powerless here in my courts. Asheo, Aseo. Aliko, now that we can speak to me. Definitely money spent. Definitely Aliko's money. There's nowhere else, no one else here in this card. Now, I don't believe that everything is on the up and up, simply because I would have liked to got another card except for the Four of Pentacles. Upright, they have been sitting miserly. And when I say they, I mean African leaders, because this could have, with all the wealth that a certain few in Africa hold, should have and could have been done a long time ago. It being done now is all for show, or it's for a reason other than genuine. Because this thing this man here sits on is a stage. There are other cards in here where people are on real ground, grass, water, dirt, mountains. A few cards show that the person is on what looks to be like a stage, meaning this shit is all for show and it's temporary. Now, he's spending his own money, but is it really to afford Nigerian independence when it comes to oil, or is it something else? Challenge. The announcement was made. No. Aliko, is this you, or is this someone else coming in with orders telling you to do so? This feels like a directive that was given from a knight. Could this have been from a Vatican or the Black Pope? This gives me, this is an official government business. This is shadow government business. And in order from the guard, I don't know if this is the Royal Guard, the British Guard, or the Vatican gave an order, because things are about to change. In the recent past, or in the past, Africa has been looted for her money and her resources. Queen of Pentacles reverse. In the near future, Nigeria. I don't like this card for you because while you guys, this is a celebration for Nigerians and Africans to celebrate. Something about the near future doesn't give me celebratory. Now, I don't know if this is going to be mixed reviews from some of you who feel like this is great. And Aliko is doing an amazing thing, and he's the new savior of Nigeria. And there are some who will feel like, yes, but answer me these questions. Who will be the workers? Who will Nigerians be hired for these positions? I don't necessarily think in mass. I don't think that this is a for us by us situation. I feel like there is an interest in doing this in Nigeria, but it is not so that the Nigerians can benefit wholly. They will, but that's not the reason. And methinks that the majority of Nigerians will not be rejoicing in the near future about this, or there will just be mixed reviews. Death in reverse. I feel like there is a fight for power going on behind the scenes, and the world is split in two. I smell change on the horizon, and obviously with the Death in Reverse card, there's no other way to say it, but there are forces that are, one side is for the change, whatever the change is, one side is trying to prevent it or prolong it from happening. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder how much petroleum is in that star. This is them finding oil, digging for oil in Africa, saying that it's being built in Nigeria, but being poured out on some other land. I don't know if this is going to be too much different from any other of the oil situations where Africa is being looted for its resource, and there are foreign interests who benefit at the end of the day. This feels the exact same because this man would not have been allowed. And remember, this is a stage. So he was allowed to do this as an order. You have the okay. You have the go ahead, or you have the command. If this was genuine, it would have been shot down a long time ago. So methinks that there is foreign interest still, yet and still, in Nigeria, in getting this oil. Methinks the moon in reversed. I wonder if it's hidden in plain sight who benefits from this oil. Is it China? It's like we already know who benefits from this oil refinery. Who runs Nigeria? Is it the Chinese? Besides Nigerians, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Who runs Nigeria? Is it the Chinese who have all the businesses and things like that? This makes me feel like it's not really a hidden secret. It's not really hidden, even though it's a hidden secret in plain sight. Everybody talks about corrupt African politicians who hold all the wealth, but then peddle Africa out to foreign interests. But there's always an elusiveness behind it, including this guy. But we already know that there are foreign interests in Africa. There is a side that wants Africa to be great and independent. There's a side that wants their cut and that does the bidding of other nations because they've been allowed the power that they've been given. The Hangman, methinks that Africa is being sacrificed again. Now, I don't know if a leader passed away or if a leader is going to pass away. I know that there is a lot of civil unrest in Africa, at least there was, especially in Nigeria the past couple of years. Who's being sacrificed though? Hopes and fears for Aliko. Aliko got some news that he wasn't exactly happy with. I don't know if he liked the order that he got and having to carry it out. Like a small pain in his side. Like another order from the boss, and it gets on my nerves, but it's the way things are. 10 of Swords in reverse. Is someone going to die here? Allegedly. I don't know if there will be an attack on someone. I don't know if the business of opening up and running this refinery, this oil thing, will go well. I don't know. I would like to say I see some more civil unrest, but this could possibly be what's already going on there. And because there's not a lot of mainstream media about it, I'm just unaware. Somebody in the comments, please tell me what's going on civilly in Africa, specifically Nigeria and the surrounding areas. Two tens in reverse for the future of Aliko, but methinks because this has to do with other people, this is the future for Nigeria. On the bottom, 6 of Wands reverse. This is something that I think that they planned to do a long time ago. See, this is what I needed to see for genuine. Someone left. I don't know if this feels like a country that's supposed to have removed all their interests from Africa. It's like a country came, set up shop, left their own people there that don't really like Africans. Or is this what they feel about Africans there? The same thing that they say about black people, is that what they say about Africans on the continent? This is a country that set up shop there, even though they don't like Africa. Left, but they still take resources and have been doing so for a long time. And then a direct order was given, a judgment call. Something happened in Africa, civil unrest. I feel like something happened where the people rose up. And something stopped going well. All the civil unrest in Africa somewhere is messing up business, and it seems like it's wiser to move this plant to Nigeria for some reason. Let me look at this Knight of Swords. Again, this was an order from the king, whomever this king is. His knight came and gave the order for Aliko. King and queen. This is Britain. The order came from the throne. The high priest and the high priestess. We've got leaders who are also spiritual leaders behind the scenes. Magi's, high magic. This is an order from the black government, the shadow government. The ones who rule, but we don't know, because we don't see them, but they rule, but we don't see them, but we know they're there. They sent the order, and the night delivered it. Near future, 10 of Cups in reverse. The Fool. Here we go again. The Hermit. 6 of Pentacles. I see that whomever is going to benefit from this oil project in Nigeria will still be benefiting, and it will upset the people of Nigeria because they will expect to benefit from this new endeavor. But once again, there will be people siphoning money and resources from Africa. Is this China? Long time ago, somebody who came to Africa a long time ago and left them poor. Now, I know a lot of people did that to Africa, but this is somebody that still is actively, very much actively. I don't know whose currency. I hear something about the currency. I feel like this is China. China. But it's like the directive came from the shadow government from the top and then trickled down the hierarchy. So rather the crown, the throne is the one who's, you know, calling the shots, or if they're just the ones who got the orders from the ones that even Aliko cannot meet with. I don't know. This gives me a Knights Templar that delivered this, or some type of shadow knights. Makes me think of the reading that I did for the Pope, because he has this shadow Knights Templar or something like that going on. Leave the motherland quickly. That's the Hangman and the external energy. This doesn't look good. This project is going to open up a can of worms. Now, what is this? This just fell on the ground. 8 of Cups. You know what this makes me think of? There is also a movement to recolonize Africa by blacks. This is the effort to make Africa great again, and for blacks who are returning. Tower moment. Something may happen and we may see black people migrating to Africa in droves. Something the government. Now, I don't know if this is blacks in America leaving and going to Africa like we are already doing in numbers, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Or this is Africans in mass leaving Africa because of something going on there. And it's in the external energy now. See, this is some kind of government. Before they do anything, before they interfere, they're waiting to see something. Final outcome. 10 of Swords in reverse. Something will, I think, civil unrest or something. I could be wrong on this because I'm not nearly as well versed in foreign politics and affairs, but something will halt, slow down, or completely sabotage the plans that they have for this factory. I feel like this is a corrupt African leader. This is probably Aliko. Something is going to frustrate and disappoint him from his plans. He has a job to do. Methinks that the African people, are going to make it difficult for him. And it's going to piss him off. I see that these leaders do cruel things and carry out cruel orders on their own people. I see sellout. I see sell out. With not a care in the world. It's like some people look at these African leaders and laugh at them behind your back. Where is your sense of pride? They laugh at you because you can be bought and manipulated. And to this day, you still sell out your people, African leaders. They are laughing at you. They are laughing at you. The ones that you sell out your people to impress, like your forefathers did, they laugh at you. And they know that the biggest threat is not you. It's the people. They know that one day you will be overturned and the people will rise up. It's already brewing. It's like they're trying to prepare for the woke movement in Africa, but manipulative. It's like, oh no, we're woke, we're down with the people, but really they're scamming and stealing from the people still. They just found a new way to assimilate to the new way of things. That's what I have for this reading about that factory in Nigeria. I do not think that it's any different from any other endeavor. If you guys are waiting for the Nigerian people to be put at the forefront of that project, I'd say, I don't know, but I see the 10 of Cups in reverse in your near future. So I don't think a lot of you will be happy with the way things are going, either involving that factory or something else political or economical that will happen that will cause some kind of unrest, large scale, small scale, but you Africans won't be happy about it. I fear more violence for you. So let me wave this around, because there's some unblock, there's some own, there's some good help. And while I am waving this, I am going to juju you. So open up your heart and your mind to receive. I speak unity into the hearts and the minds of the African people, the melanated people all over the world. Whatever issues that we have had culturally and otherwise with each other over generations, I speak healing, the desire for healing, not forced healing, but I speak the desire for healing amongst all of you, all of us, the desire to unite. And I pray that it doesn't have to happen via tragedy and trauma, but if it does, may we react with unity with each other. Our survival is based on it. And may all the wheat be separated from the tares. May all the chaff be blown away so that they don't interfere or impede with the unity that the people are creating. I speak love and healing amongst the family of melanated people all over the world. I don't care where you're from. Somebody always asks me, what about Asian melanated people? If I say melanated people, I'm talking about melanated people. I know that there were Asian melanated people. We were dark all over the world for a long period of time, until we decided to, be diverse, and then, created a whole soup. I speak unity and healing All differences aside, anything that is frivolous and shouldn't matter, may we release it. May we all take accountability for the self-inflicted trauma that we allow. May we awaken, unite, and arise spiritually. And may no weapon formed against us prosper once we unite with each other. And may that happen quickly. Ashe. That was my reading. I'm going to go and bury my kola nut in honor of my African ancestors and in honor of any ancestors that I have that are still on the continent. Alive. Cousin, get on in here and love on me. All right, so with that being said, I love you all. I love you dearly. Enjoy.